From the headlines that move us
to the plays on the field and people making a difference.
It's news, sports, and stories that keep our community alive.
This is the heartbeat of Tampa Bay.
I'm Christopher Ingram.
And I would ordinarily be Serena Fazan, but clearly I'm not. I'm filling in for her again, and I'm delighted to be here. My name is Nancy Alexander.
Nancy?
Hi, Christopher. Thanks
Nancy,
for inviting me.
thank you for being here.
I'm really sorry about Uber being so late.
That's all right. You know, it's a Monday. We have a great guest here today.
Yes, we do.
We have Mary Peters.
I can't wait to talk to this guy.
Well, just don't pet him. Mary Peters from K9 Patriots, Partners for Patriots.
Yes.
And you are also here with Justice.
Yes, I
You're not your K9 companion, but your service dog,
Justice
right?
Seats.
And there's a difference.
Yes, absolutely.
What is the difference?
Well, a service dog is trained to mitigate a disability, a specific disability. That's what allows them to be out in public because they're medical equipment for the person that they're taking care of, or their handler.
Now, I'm to not pet him, correct?
Right, when the vest is
working.
on. Mm-hmm. Whenever the vest is on, we ask people not to pet the dog because it pulls their focus away from the handler that they need to be aware of.
And does he know he's been trained when the vest is off? And
He's a dog.
Is he more affectionate and will come to you and stuff?
Yes,
That's
he'll
amazing.
take your clothes off. That's why the vest is not
Don't tell
off right
Nancy
now.
that.
I don't need much of an excuse.
No,
If the lens cap's off,
You're ready to go.
We have company that comes over at the house all the time. We have a lot of friends that come over, and they all want to sit on the couch, so he'll put his head on their lap because they all want to pet him. But when the vest is on, he's all business.
Now he's a English
Labrador Retriever.
They're a little stockier in the body and the head, right?
Yes.
An American Lab.
Yes, a little bit shorter and a little broader.
Oh, how old is he?
He's 4.
And tell us his story. How did you get him, and what kind of training has he received?
Ooh, he's been the hardest dog I've ever trained in my entire life, and I've trained thousands of dogs because he's just different. He's very special.
What makes him? Is he wired differently?
No, I think for me, I trained and owned a lot of working dogs. I had 6 German Shepherds, a Belgian Malinois, and a Dutch Shepherd were my dogs. And very high energy, very quick to respond to any commands. He's just kind of moved to a different drummer. He's slower. He's not that intensity. For a service dog, we want them calm, relaxed. They have to lay down for 3 or 4 hours at a time if you're at a doctor's office or you're in a meeting or something like this. It has to be a calm dog. The working dogs were too intense to just sit there and be still. So he actually is great for the job that he has. He's a little bit more stubborn than my other dogs have been.
Do you mind if I ask why you need a service dog?
Well, yes, I'm happy to tell you. Normally when people ask in public, I tell my veterans they don't need to answer that, but this is educational and it's good for people to know. For me, he is our demo dog. He demonstrates all the obedience. We teach all the veterans so they can see visually what we're teaching them to do with their dogs. He is our ambassador for our program, so doing things like this. But for me, he is my service dog. He alerts me. He's a cardiac alert service dog. And he alerts me to low blood pressure before it happens. Sometimes.
How does he know?
It's a scent.
Really?
I didn't even know, honestly, that he could do it. I didn't have him for that purpose. I got him to have another dog for a demo dog because I had to put my German Shepherd to sleep. And so I got him. I didn't know he could do it till one day I was sitting at home and I was in my office chair. And I felt a little off, but he just came flying from the other room, came across my lap, and it's called pressure. We teach pressure to hold, it's comfort, it holds you in place. He did it himself, came across my lap, laid there and wouldn't move. And then I felt myself going,
feeling a little dizzy.
Yes, and then
had he been trained how to do that before?
No, he had not.
He just sensed it.
And I have another dog that's a diabetic alert and a PTSD service dog, and her job was to work for my veterans, but I didn't know that she could alert on diabetes, and she did it on my friend Greg here that works with us. But it's genetic. They either have it or they don't. And she had it and was tremendous with the diabetes insulin. They should do up or down. But
is it so instinctual for some breeds that you don't have to train the dog for a specific illness?
Right.
or
Yes.
circumstance?
Sometimes it depends on the dog. Labradors have extremely good noses. They have high olfactory number of olfactory cells, and they have a tremendous ability to scent things. And sometimes it gets them in trouble. But yes, for him, there's something when I produce adrenaline. That's the same thing. Our dogs for PTSD are used for our veterans. We train, the dogs are already alerting on the scent of adrenaline and cortisol. Wow. When you get frantic, panic attacks, nightmares, those type of things, PTSD moments, flashbacks, they all create anxiety, stress, and the scent of that stress. Dogs can pick that up. We can't smell it, but the dogs can. So we have the dogs, we'll start alerting them beforehand, just like he does with me. He'll let me know that something's off by either coming to my lap and he won't get off.
Wow.
Can you get him to stand up so we can see him again?
Yes, come
there
here.
he goes.
Here.
Now,
Sit.
how do you
Not there.
pair
No,
a
no, no, no.
It's like I
veteran?
got an itch.
He's got
That's
allergies.
exactly the
Come
same
on.
way I go after mine. How do you pair a veteran with a dog?
The dog picks the vet.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Really? How does that work?
We rescue dogs. Our goal is to save dogs too. So if the veteran comes with a dog already, we'll evaluate that dog to make sure it's the right temperament and a good age and can be social in society and that type of thing. And we will let them put their dog into the training. But otherwise, if they need a dog, we want to rescue, we want to save a dog. And so when the rescues come in with the dog, Plots, I'm sorry for this.
That's okay. He's a dog. It's totally fine.
Yeah, just come over here.
You got to scratch it.
Yeah.
Go
Come
for it,
Right
Justice.
here. I know, he knows.
Oh my gosh, he's so sweet.
Now wait, is this because you aren't?
He
Are
knows.
you feeling okay?
He's helping me right now. Yes.
He
It's-
detects a little, like you're a little nervous
Yeah,
or anxious,
yeah.
and he
right
knows
now
that.
he's feeling.
trying
He's
to calm
smelling.
you.
that?
He's smelling the.
Wow.
See, he stays
That is
calm.
so
Okay,
cool.
I'm off. All right, you're okay. I tell my vets. A lot of times they push their dogs away because they're annoyed that when they're having anxiety or anger or those they don't want the dog and they go get away, go away. So we teach them to start paying attention, and I had to do the same thing with him. I was laying on a total gym, laying on my back and doing squats with my legs, and he always lay beside me. Well, he came on me and he laid it full all the way across my body.
Wow.
And I'm laughing and thinking he's being stupid. I'm trying to push him off, and I'm having a good old time, but I can't get him off of me.
I hope his face was up here.
No,
Oh,
it
no.
was not.
You got the business
I
end.
did. But when I finally got him off, he came right back and he went across me this way. So front legs were here, back legs were here, and he did that pressure on my body and he laid on me. And I'm laughing again, thinking, I'm getting
He's just-
annoyed now. I'm trying to work. I pushed him off, and when I went to get up, I couldn't even stand up. Everything was upside down. I had
That's
no
amazing.
idea.
Wow.
So I listen to my dog now, and that's what we're teaching our veterans as well, is listen to your dog, because every dog is speaking. We just need to teach them to be aware of what the dog is doing.
Right.
Mary, are you a veteran? What was your motivation for wanting to do this?
Well, God, for one, my faith. I had a for-profit dog training business for 17 years at that time, and I started having veterans coming in more when they started bringing them back from Iraq and Afghanistan. I started seeing veterans show up because they had PTSD, and someone told them, oh, get a dog and go for training. A dog will help. Well, there was no place for them to really go for any specialized help, so they came to me. It was Stillwater Dog Training was my for-profit dog training business. But I watched them, and this was new to me as well. I just have always loved to help people, and I love dogs, but I saw them in such a panic-stricken mode, shut down but panicked at the same time.
Oh, boy.
They would come with a dog, but they could not handle the civilian environment. They couldn't. They'd back to a tree. We were outside.
The dog or the veteran?
The veteran. The back to the tree so nobody could get behind them. We were outside. If a car backfired, they were hit the ground. It was just. I watched them. I had combat medics that just didn't even look you in the face. So I had a professor from St. Leo University asked me if I thought a dog would help a veteran with PTSD, and I told her yes. It's all about scent. So she sent me a veteran she'd been working with in counseling for a long time. And he came to see me that night, and I had a long talk with him, told him what dogs could do. And she called me the next day and said, "What did you say to him?" And I told her, I just told her what dogs can do and how we can help. And she said, for the first time in years, he told her he had hope.
Oh my gosh.
So,
wow.
So we did get him through.
That's only huge.
And we've had so many miracles. I can't tell you how.
How many veterans have you guys helped over the years?
Oh, right now we're at 865. I started with 2, and we're at almost just under 900 now.
So you've trained 865 dogs?
They're in different stages.
Okay.
We should have our 500th graduate by July.
Oh, wow.
The rest are either in process of training or they're waiting for their dog, making their commitments. And we have them, we don't train the dog for them. We train the veteran to train the dog. So it gives them a mission, it gives them a job to do so that they're not focused on are the doors locked, or do I need to check my perimeter? What's that sound I hear outside?
Leave it to the dog.
The dog can do it all. And now we give them a job, and I tell them, you've got a mission, and your mission is to train this dog to mitigate your disability, to be your partner. You're going to do all the work. We're going to be behind you 100%. We're going to teach you. But what I found is by letting them be part of the healing, not just here's a trained dog, here's your 10 days of training or whatever you get from other places. No, you have 6 months with me. And then a lifetime with us. Once they graduate, they are welcome anytime to practice. If their dog passes away, we'll get them another dog if they need it. We're a family, and we want to keep that environment. And in our doors that go into the training center, above the doors, I had 2 signs made, and it said, "Through these doors lies hope and healing." And we want them to know it's a safe place. Everybody there has the same diagnosis: PTSD, traumatic brain injury, or military sexual trauma.
Wow.
Those are the 3 things we work with. So nobody judges anybody. We have flashbacks in there. We have people that panic and drop to the ground. They have no idea what goes on inside that training center.
What a blessing your organization is. I mean, it's just
you need to come
incredible.
Out.
We'd
come
love
out
to
and
come
visit.
out and take
come
a
out.
visit.
Yes.
We'd love to do that.
What would be an example that comes to mind of a veteran's life that has really been changed?
Oh, boy, I have some big stories. 2 in particular. One was early on. I had a veteran that had just come back, I think, from Afghanistan. And he had a little Yorkie. We have Yorkies all the way up to St. Bernards. We have
No kidding.
A
big warrior had a Yorkie.
I had a 6'4" guy with a this high Yorkie. But it was the 4th of July, I believe, and all the fireworks, and that's artillery fire for our veterans. When people don't understand, don't think about that.
And for dogs too.
For a lot of dogs, yes.
Yeah.
But it started, and he couldn't handle it, so he thought, I'll just take double medication. He told me this afterwards, but so I can go to sleep. Yeah. So he took the double medication, but he started cutting his wrist. And he didn't know he was doing it. And the little Yorkie started bouncing on his chest and barking in his face. So what we're teaching the dog is to bring the veteran back to the present. Don't let this flashback escalate. Don't let it come back here. We can stop it here. So that's what the dog's job is. Let me stop it. Let me stop your flashback. Let me stop your anger. Let me stop your nightmare. Let me, So she was bouncing on his chest and barking in his face, and he went like this and realized what he was doing, and he called 911 for help.
Wow, that's amazing. What a blessing.
Yeah.
Well, how about your organization, your nonprofit?
Right.
And how long have you been in existence? Where can people help or make contributions to your organization? Tell us a little bit about that. And can we ask him to stand up again
Yes,
so we
Justice.
can see him real good?
Seats.
Hi, handsome.
Hey, buddy. So yeah, tell us a little bit about Canine Partners for Patriots.
Well, it is a 6-month program, and we do have veterans that come from all over the country. We have veterans that drive weekly from Georgia, Miami, different places to come for training. But it is a nonprofit, and we're located in Brooksville, just north of Tampa, 40 minutes north of Tampa, basically. It is no cost to the veteran. They pay nothing for anything that we have. They don't pay for equipment. They don't pay for the training. They don't pay for anything that we can give them. It's our privilege for their service. Right. This is our service to them.
Incredible.
Dogs are the pet best suited for this kind of work?
Absolutely, yes. They don't ask for anything other than love, and they don't judge you. They know when you hurt before you know when you're hurt. But we are struggling like any nonprofit. Funding is hard. It costs us $21,400 to put one dog and canine through the program.
Wow.
And right now we have 30 right now every week right now, and 10 a day for Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Wednesdays, the vets come in to recertify. Once they graduate, they have to recertify every year for 5 years.
Wow,
So
that's expensive. And you have so many dogs in training. Do you survive on donations?
Yep, we're trying
Completely?
Yes. And we do apply for grants, and sometimes we get them, sometimes we don't. We don't have any big ones right now, but the doors are open and we're just still going.
But if somebody found a $100 bill in their jeans pocket that they just got out of the dryer,
yeah, hallelujah.
how do they get it to you?
Yeah, you
How do they
can
get the
bring it
money to
in,
you?
you can mail it in, we go online on our website. It's caninepartnersforpatriots.com or
Caninepartnersforpatriots.com.
or .org. Yeah, letter K, number 9.
No hyphen.
No hyphen.
Okay.
And we have all sorts of platforms, and they can go on if they want to know more about us. There's testimonies from our veterans, a lot of our veterans with pictures on the website. We have reels. We're on YouTube. We have a lot of different social media presence, so they can find us just about anywhere, and they can call. We're happy to talk. We're happy to show people that would like to see. The only thing I won't do is put my veterans on display. So if a group want to come, like 20, you're going to come when they're not there because that's too much for them. So if there's 3 or 4, then that's fine. We have a little cafe area that people can sit. We have scenario rooms, and they can sit in there and watch a class, and just off so the veterans don't feel like they're being watched.
Mary, how do you handle it? It's hard for any pet owner because we know that we're going to say goodbye.
Oh, yeah. Just had that today with one of my veterans.
At some point, we're going to say goodbye.
Oh, I guess I
Now, for a veteran who has such an incredible,
very good
close relationship, how is that handled?
Yeah, how do they handle it?
Not well. The first thing I tell them in their very first day of class, it's our orientation, and we go over everything. And that's one of the things I tell them is you need to know that this dog is a tool in your toolbox. The dog is used as a bridge to get you from where you are to where you want to be, not a crutch. It's going to help you get out, do the things, make that transition, be able to be with your family, go out and do things again. But they don't live as long as we do.
Right.
So we have that talk in and out through classes to remind them that it's not fair to the dog to put their total healing on the dog, and it's not fair to them because they will lose their dog. And we've replaced several. I've only had one that ended up having to go into the hospital because he lost his dog.
Wow.
No kidding.
Yeah, but we do try to prepare them. I just got an email today of one of my veterans, and her dog got hit by a car.
Oh no. Is it best to try to replace the animal right away?
It depends on the veteran.
I see.
I have had one that called me. His dog had a seizure and didn't come out of it. And he called me on my cell phone because early on, a lot of them have my cell phone number. Not so much anymore, but they still do. But he called me in a panic, and the vet said they had to put the dog down. And he had already tried to commit suicide 4 times before he came to us. And once he came to us, everything was good, but his life was wrapped around this dog.
Oh.
So he called me, and so I talked with him. I said, "Where are you? Are you alone?" His brother was coming, so I made him stay on the phone with me until his brother got there, and then they had to take the dog and put the dog down. And he said, "I don't think I can make it." So I put out feelers to all the service organizations and friends that I knew. I need a dog, and I need one now. And another organization said, we'll help. So we sent him. They helped pick out a dog for him. He came back to us. We trained another dog. He's doing great.
That's awesome. What a miracle.
A wonderful ending to that
really
story.
Yes, he's doing great.
It really is.
He speaks for us in Tallahassee. He lives in Georgia. now, and
Oh, no kidding. He's really becoming out.
he got married.
How do the veterans find you? Are you in some sort of referral system, like within the VA, or like how would a
The
veteran?
VA does not help us
They don't
at
help
all. We've never gotten any financial assistance from the VA, but they do refer many vets to us. Okay. It's word of mouth. We've been in every news media there is.
And now finally one that counts.
Yeah, that's right. We're just, I get surprised when news reporters come into the building and go, "How did we not know you're here?" And I went, "I have no idea." We've been on. Greg, our communications director, works very hard at trying to get our name out there so people do know, not just for funding, but for veterans. We're here to help.
Right.
If you need help, we're here for you. So.
Well, give us that website URL again.
Yes, it's K9, letter K, number 9, partnersforpatriots.com.
What an amazing organization.
Thank
And
you.
you are just a blessing to our community and to veterans. It's just wonderful.
This, I can tell you, not many people get to go to work and know that your job might make a difference between life and death.
Oh.
But it also helps families.
Yes.
And it just, you watch the change in 6 months, you see the difference, and
That's
it just
incredible.
makes you hold their
Makes
head
you want to wake up
high.
every morning and go
Yes,
do it again, right?
Yeah, it's hard, but it's
It's got to be satisfying.
It is. It is. I'm very blessed and I'm very
God's
grateful.
proud of you.
Absolutely.
Our whole team, we have a very small team. We each have about 3 jobs, so, but we make it work.
Well, Mary Peter from K9 Partners for Patriots and Justice, the star of the show here today.
All right.
We thank you
That's
both
such
for
an
being
awesome
here.
name.
Yeah, he's a cool
I
cool
did that.
dog.
I said there's
suits
no
him.
justice in this world anymore, so I made my
Right,
own.
you got your own Justice.
Right? My
That's
left.
fantastic.
Huh?
Oh my gosh,
Thank
look at
you.
him.
Okay, you can take your leash now. He brings me my leash if I'm down on the floor. And he knows I need help. I say help. He gets his leash by the handle and brings me his leash. And
That's so
right.
cool.
Okay, sit.
I hope my cats are watching.
Well,
They
thank
probably haven't
you
clocked in for work yet.
for being here with us today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. The opportunity. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Really a pleasure.
Every story shared, that's you.
It is.
Yeah.
Every story shared
No, that's me.
adds another heartbeat to Tampa Bay.
From courage to community.
We're proud to tell the stories that keep our neighborhood strong.
Thanks for watching The Heartbeat of Tampa
I
Bay.
know. You're gonna give
Next
it back.
time we're going to get Justice to do that.
All right, you can say
You
hello.
guys were great.
can
Thank
say
you for
hello.
being here. Hello, buddy. Oh, you got a
He'll
soft.
just
you got
hold.
a
He won't
soft-
bite. Yeah, he won't bite down.
No, I could tell
Oh,
he's
all
got
right.
a soft bite.
You want to go give him your leash?
Thank you. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Watch your shirt.
Buddy. Oh, I'm not worried about
gotta
it. He is cool.
Come on.